Talking about it. So let's talk about this GOP candidate. What do we got? Now, when you first ran, you're Lebanese Christian descent, right? You're an Arab American, Lebanese Christian descent.
Exactly. My grandmother was born here, but my grandfather immigrated from what was the Ottoman Empire at a time when, just like today, Christians were leaving that area of the world and came here for freedom. But you go to run for office, and the first thing they want to do is find a way to distort that. It's happened to both Christians and Muslims for years, and oddly enough, now a Sikh gets added to that by Donnelly playing.
Well, let's just not call him Donnelly. Who's the guy, and what's he doing? And it's just mud throwing. What's his name? Tim Donnelly, right?
Yes.
And
he's been in state government in the minority, where all you can do is throw a bomb and hope for the best. But if he were to be our standard bearer as Republicans for governor, people up and down the ticket would depend on him being somebody that brings votes to the party, not drives them away.
I think I might have met this moron somewhere along the way in California. It sounds like a name that sticks in my head. So he accused somebody else of having ties to fundamental Islamic or to Sharia law, I guess, right?
Yeah, Neil Kashkari, who was in the Bush administration at Treasury, I don't agree with everything the Bush administration did, but the fact is Neil was a very smart guy who did a good job on behalf of the president he served, and he was at all kinds of financing things you can imagine at Treasury. And, unfortunately, Donnelly decided that, he's linked to Sharia, and it's like, what are you thinking? At least do your fact check. But since that time, unfortunately, Donnelly's gone down that course again, saying that a Nazi flag and an Israeli flag are somehow similar. He said, I wouldn't have somebody take down a Nazi flag any more than I had to take down an Israeli flag. Like, well, I'm sorry, but I do see a difference.
Well, listen, I'm not saying there aren't idiots in all group. I see he's got Tea Party affiliation. I like a lot of the Tea Party people. I think they get a bad rap, probably because of morons like Donnelly. But Neil Kashkari, folks, if you're listening to the show for any sort of advice from me, not a member of Al-Qaeda. That's how stupid things have gotten in this country that I have to literally delineate that. And by the